opposite of the Barcelona Cathedral is the frieze made of sand. Designed by Pablo Picasso, it represents aspects of popular traditions and festivals of the region. Welcome back to my channel. Stop of the day is this 160-year-old traditional shop called Casa Gispert, popular for its roasted coffee, roasted nuts, spices, and other organic products. Until now, they still roast their products using their very old wood-burning oven. They have been roasting nuts here since 1851. We bought their famous turrones and chocolates. This shop is next to Basilica del Mar. We buy some breads and snacks at the Pasteleria Hoffman. Their specialty is their perfect buttery Spanish croissant, which rated the best in Barcelona. They have been named Best Pastry Shop of Barcelona 2023. We especially like their croissant de mascarpone.
So this is our fourth day in Barcelona. We started the day a bit late because we stayed up all night until midnight eating. Now we're going to Sagrada Familia. We bought some snacks. You have to download the audio guide on your cell phone, on your device. The weather is nice. It's not too cold, not too hot either. We just bought chocolates with almonds, macadamia nuts, and croissant.
I hope you're with us. Bye! Small hole-in-the-wall tapas bar, La Cova Fumada, which means the smoky cave. Their owner explains to us their menu based on the fresh catch of the day. They are located in La Barceloneta's historical fishing neighborhood. We had bombas, morcillica, blood sausage, Langostino, Calimares, almejas clams, Calimares plancha, fried artichokes. My favorite was the almejas clams, which is so good that I had to have another serving. Go to Barcelona without visiting La Sagrada Familia, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and the most iconic monument of Barcelona. This is the tallest religious building in Europe. The architect of this magnificent structure is Antoni Gaudi, and the first stone was laid in 1882. Gaudi died before it was finished. He is buried inside the basilica, in a tomb in one of the chapels. La Sagrada Familia is under construction for over a century and is expected to be completed in 2026. In December 2021, they inaugurated the Tower of Our Lady, rising to a height of 138 meters. This is the second tallest of all central towers of the basilica. It is crowned by a 12-pointed star that beams light and hope to the city of Barcelona and the world. Final milestone in the construction process was the completion of the 4 evangelists, a man or angel for Matthew, a lion for Mark, an ox for Luke, and an eagle for John. The towers of the 4 evangelists and the Tower of Our Lady will form a halo around the tower dedicated to Jesus Christ. The following are not allowed in the basilica. This is the Rosary Cloister, dedicated to the Virgin Mary. The most important figure is Our Lady of the Rosary, situated at the very top. Beside her are Saint Dominic and Saint Catherine. Below, on either side of the wooden doors, are kings and prophets. From left to right, David, Solomon, Isaac, and Jacob. On the left part, right beside King David, a dying old man is blessed by Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, representing the death of the righteous. Gaudi designed this interior inspired by nature, as if it were a huge forest. The interior pillars resemble trees, and when looking up, the shapes of the pillars change as do those of trees. The columns look like trees. When you look up, they spread out like branches reaching up to the ceiling. The branches support the vaulted ceiling. The images are located on the outside and they tell the story of Jesus' life. The light pours so beautifully throughout the basilica's large stained glass windows and the skylights. The colors of the west-facing stained glass windows of the basilica are warmer with the orangey hues of the sunset. The tallest tower of Sagrada Familia will be the Tower of Jesus Christ, which is 172.5 meters in height. Gaudi wanted the temple's tallest tower to measure slightly less than the nearby mountain of Montjuic. He is quoted as saying that the work of a man should never surpass that of God. Above the altar is the image of the crucified Christ. Above the figurine is a large suspended baldachin. It is decorated with ears of wheat, bunches of grapes, symbolizing the bread and wine of the Eucharist. 50 lamps illuminate the space in allusion to Pentecost. There are columns dedicated to the four evangelists. The lion represents Mark, the angel is for Matthew, the bull is a symbol for Luke, and the eagle is for John. A special ticket to go to the Nativity Tower. You can choose to climb either the Nativity or Passion Tower. The Passion facade shows the death and resurrection of Christ. The Nativity facade narrates the birth of Jesus Christ. Gaudi's original vision for the towers includes 18 spires to represent the 12 apostles, Virgin Mary, the 4 evangelists, and Jesus Christ. Of the 18, only 8 spires have been completed so far. These correspond to the 4 apostles of the Nativity facade and 4 apostles of the Passion facade. While the towers are a long way from completion, once completed, they will make Sagrada Familia the tallest church building in the world. Once you reach the top, you will see close-up views of the details of the Nativity facade, its elaborate sculptures and spires. Peeking through the gaps in the towers and sculptures, you can catch glimpses of Barcelona's busy streets and landmarks. Unlike the Passions Tower focus on the city, the Nativity Tower allows you to see the Sagrada Familia's unique architectural details from above. You can see the complex patterns of the roof, the interplay of the light, shadow on spires, and the overall grandeur of Gaudi's masterpiece from the right angle. One will have the opportunity to get to the top of Sagrada Familia towers to get a view of the magnanimous skies of Barcelona overlooking the ocean. While you can get to the top of via elevators, the way back down is the only possible through the long, narrow series of winding stairs, allowing you to walk the Barcelona steps. In theme with Gaudi's personal architecture style that draws from nature. These spiral stairs represent both a snail's back. They are 60 meters in height and have a series of 504 steps in total. The stairs have no railings but spiral into themselves in such a way that the walls act as a safe support while getting down. This facade is dedicated to the birth of Jesus and his early life. The facade is divided into 3 triangular portals, each of which is dedicated to a member of the Holy Family, or Sagrada Familia. The one on the left, known as the Portal of Hope, is dedicated to Saint Joseph. On the right, we have the Portal of Faith, dedicated to the Virgin Mary. And in the middle is the Portal of Charity, dedicated to Jesus Christ. The facade contains sculptures symbolizing stability of the cosmos. The one closer to the sea is a sea turtle. The one closest to a mountain is a tortoise. On the far left of the facade are sculptures that represent the Last Supper. To the right is the figure of a dog laying down. The dog is a symbol of loyalty shattered by betrayal, which is represented a bit further on by the figure of Judas kissing Jesus. If we continue moving from left to right, between the doors, we find flogging of Christ. Further to the right, we come across St. Peter, seated and troubled after denying his master 3 times. And further to the right, Pontius Pilate meditates on what to do with the Messiah, seen at his side wearing a crown of thorns flanked by 2 centurions. As you turn to the left now, nearly in the middle of the facade, look up. The Son of God carries the cross as he walks to the road of Calvary. Now continue to the left, just above the images of Longinus on horseback. You can see 3 seated figures. These are the soldiers playing dice for Christ's garments. And if we turn again, this time to the right, stopping precisely in the center of the facade, what do we find? The image of the crucified Christ. Atop the bridge that links 2 central towers is a golden figurine that represents Jesus in heaven after the resurrection. As sad as it is, this facade also contains a message of hope. Trivia. Do you see the square to the left of the sculpture depicting Judas' kiss? It's a cryptogram. Try adding up any of the lines in any direction. The sum is always 33. Jesus' age at the time of his death.
Popular design about
places that showed you all the things that are there and everything. Bye guys. Bye. For dinner, we went to El Puesto. Their menu is all traditional Catalan with a modern twist. One of their best dishes is the callos. We highly recommend this place. iconic landmark designed by the architect Joseph Vilaseca Casanovas was constructed when Barcelona hosted the Universal Exhibition in 1888 and was intended to welcome people